we're back again. Token 2049 in Singapore. This time I am with the man himself, crypto lifer, Sam Price. How you doing, my man?
How you been, man? Good to see you.
Good, man. It's good to see you again. I met you in Dubai and then in Vegas, and now we're in Singapore, mate.
I see you all the time now, Eric. It's awesome, man.
Oh, man. Honestly, life can sometimes can lead you to.
And when I see you, I know I'm going to have a good steak dinner, too. You know, we always have the best, man.
We try and have the best steak dinners. We're steak people, right?
Yeah.
So you have to. Let's jump straight in, man. If you had to bet a steak dinner on it, Bitcoin, before the end of the year, up or down?
Oh, it's definitely, I think there's about an 80 to 90%, I say there's an 80% chance you're going at least somewhere to 140,000 and beyond.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What are you seeing in the charts potentially that's sort of giving you that outlook? Is it more of a sentiment? Is it more of a technical thing? Like, where are we going?
It's funny, you asked a great question because there's a bit of mystique at these times, right? Like you nail the TA and you stick to the TA, but then sometimes you also have to have like a balance of trader instinct, all right? What I did is, we're in a rising wedge on the weekly for Bitcoin, right? We made a bearish candle followed by a red candle. You would think 68% of the time, the rising wedge is going to drop to the bottom, which is like 80, 79,000, you know? But I looked at the Dow Jones, just like about a year and a half ago, had an identical setup. It's like identical. Yeah. Watch my stream, my macro video I put out every Friday. Watch the last one I just did. It's awesome. And what happened was, the rising wedge the red candle didn't go down. They boosted it, and then that thing blasted to the upside, right? And you got the blow off top. I'm seeing very similar vibes, and I'm focused on the 4-hour 200 moving average. We've cleared it substantially now. That's a hurdle. Whenever you have a big reversal, you'll battle the 400 200 MA, and you'll get rejected by it. Then you'll plow through it and usually come back down. In a fake rally, you'll plow through it, but then go right back below. This time we plowed through it with so much buffer zone that it looks like we're not going to go back below it. When I see that, it's a buildable liquidity. Very likely we're headed to at least 120K, and then we'll decide exactly how it's going to play out. But there's I backtest this for over 20 years. There's like a 80% chance we're going further to the upside, at least in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow. Because it's interesting. I think I remember reading that the Bitcoin volatility index is the lowest that it's ever been at the moment. That usually that's before a big move happens, right?
Yeah.
And the things you're telling me is, you're reviewing past data and you think it's going to go to the upside. More than only 8% chance. Yeah, nothing. There's no guarantees in this life, right?
They made a bear flag perfectly. It was the most perfect bear flag I've ever seen. I trade TAs. I was supposed to trade that bear flag 2 days ago at 109, but about a month and a half ago when we hit the new all-time high. We went sideways for 15 hours. We made a perfect bull flag. Yeah. And the 21, my setup says you have to trade it. I traded it, they wrecked me. So when I saw the bear flag, it reminded me of the bull flag. Yeah. And I said, they're gonna pump the bear flag like they dumped the bull flag. Yeah. And my mind saw it so perfectly. And I just longed that 109 and I sold it 113.3, made $7,000 on the flight.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Great time to make a bit of money, right? It's interesting because I've said the last couple of months have been quite choppy in the market. It's been up and then down. I know you typically trade lower time frames, but how?
No. I keep that's true. On the live stream, because it's temperamental and I'm out there, I'm nailing. But I always have daily trades open, weekly trades open. I'm a big long-term trader. Okay. Remember, I bought Bitcoin below 1,000. I've never sold it, and that's an 8-year trade. Yeah, that's insane. I've 100x all my Bitcoins.
Wow.
I 100x on Bitcoin. And I made 200x. Who knows? Maybe 1,000x.
You're still holding?
Yeah, I've never sold Bitcoin since 2000 and what? 09? 2000? No, when I first bought Bitcoin is 2015, 16.
So in the last
I found it at
350. So in the last couple of months, then, in terms of you yourself and your community, how have they been battling these kind of market conditions? Because some people I've spoken to that have been struggling out there. Is it been more a risk-averse strategy, or people just sort of trading as on what they see?
It's a great point. Back in the day, it was wait for the bear market, plow whatever you could, right? Work your butt off, create a savings. For me, it could be 10, 50 grand, whatever I had. Buy as many altcoins as you can, wait 18 months, and sell off. Yeah. It's been 2.5 years now. Altcoins have gone to where they were, back down, gone to where they were, and so retail really hopes on that alt season, right? They get kind of risk-averse. The Bitcoin's too big for them, they feel, which they shouldn't. Yeah. They don't realize it's a 10-year plan and they're going to make it, but that's what I try to teach people. So they get, I don't need Bitcoin, I want these altcoins. They get so heavy in altcoins and they do get wrecked. And a lot of them too, I tell my team, my students, anyone that listens to me, I don't do the leverage altcoin thing. I trade Bitcoin leverage, that's it. Even ETH, my positions are spot. Look what just happened. Like if you saw Crypto, I love the guy, but he had like so many positions open. Like there's no way those altcoins, you're gonna get blown out. Like,
completely blown out.
But I still hold my Caspa. I didn't get liquidated from. I still hold about $1 million in alts. I have 100 grand in Chainlink. I bought 100 grand of Sol at $100. I'm waiting to sell it for 500. Like it's taking forever.
Yeah.
There's some days when I've gone on the live. We just had a head and shoulder pattern. We were supposed to dump. It looked very bearish. I was bearish. I kept saying there's a head and shoulder. We're in a bear flag. And then I told everyone, but there's just something telling me I can't short it. It was weird. Like
the trader's instinct.
I get this magician's thing out of nowhere every once in a while that just covers me. I can't explain it. I stick to the TA like 99% of the time. There's just this. I can tweak. I can see when they're trapping people now. I guess my subconscious mind can tell me things that I don't even know it's telling.
Yeah.
And I'm able to somehow direct that. But so we've been telling people it's a trader's market, man. We've been teaching people how to leverage trade, seriously. Like, and I used to tell people not to leverage trade. I was like all about spot, all about holding. But like, if you just held altcoins for the last 2 years, you weren't making any money.
No.
But if you had traded the volatility on Bitcoin, I mean, it's going up $4,000 a day, $2,000 a day. It's like actually beautiful.
Yeah.
If you were trading Bitcoin at 20,000, it was way harder to make money then, because it went up $1,000, from 20. Now you can get a $1,000 to $2,000 move all the time. It's like the best time to ever. Like I'm better trading Bitcoin now because it's giving me the space and the liquidity.
To be able to trade.
Very difficult for a beginner and intermediate trader. You really have to be at expert status to nail this market. But if you have a mentor, you have a group, someone like me that's kind of guiding you through, within a few months you're going to be able to catch on. But you got to trade. This is a trader's market. You hit it right on the head. It's been a trader's market, and it's been forcing you to find new skills to survive.
So you said in the beginning, so I've been watching your content for years, and I remember the conversation we previously had. You mentioned spot was only your forte, right? You only did spot for so long. At what point, how long did it take for you to get up to the level of like the leverage trading where you have sort of the instinct, the gut mentality of you can see something is wrong in a leverage trade to be able to take the positions? Like how long did it take for you to get up to that sort of skill level or that emotional level required to execute?
You're an amazing interviewer. These are great questions. They really spark in my mind here. It gets me to think about Kung Fu and karate. You trade the motions. You go to the mat, right? You sweat, you listen to your mentor, your sensei, and one day, like, you just make a move. Your subconscious mind has just filled in the blank for you. You don't know when it happens. Like, you can't pinpoint the day. You just repetition through the mind and discipline. Somehow one day you just start doing more, and then you realize, like, I'm a skilled trader. Like, I'm a boxer in this. Like, they try to get me here, I go there. I try to get me there, I go there. Like, I found ways to get in and out. I can trade the 1 minute now. I can trade the 4 hour. I know. Sometimes when the market's choppy, you don't trade the small time frames. It's like trying to ride a jet ski, and if it's smooth, blast right through. So like, I can see where there's liquidity zones. I use Bookmap. It's a huge cheat code. Yeah. I can see exactly where everyone's liquidation is. It's like 90% accurate, man. And I lock it in with my TA, and we just, we hit it. So I can't explain when it finally happened, but I started live streaming in front of people. And I'm also like a put up or shut up kind of guy. If no one's watching me, I'll probably do nothing. But if there's freaking 100 people watching me, I'm gonna do like the best I've ever been. Like, I need to be put into the fire for me to find out who I really am. You know what I mean? Like, if I was in some fight and no one saw it, but if I was in the ring, like, it would bring out the savage in me. Like, I'd have to win. And live streaming in front of people has forced me to become good because, like, I'm not a loser, man. My dad didn't raise a loser. I'm not gonna keep losing. I'm going to win, and I'm gonna become a profitable trader, and I'm gonna prove to the world that you can do it. It's very hard. I work 7 days a week. I stress my brain out. I try and pockets of time to relax. It's difficult.
Listen to this.
But it can be done.
When was the last time you missed a stream?
February of 2021, I began a streak that has never stopped. 1,768 days or something. I've never missed a stream. Even I flew here. I got one Sunday morning, and I was able to do one in the middle of my layover Qatar on Monday. I still never missed a day. I got hit by a golf ball in the leg. I've been in the hospital. I had concussions. I somehow made it out of the hospital enough. The doctor I'd be looking at the time. I didn't care how hurt. I was like, I got to get home. I got to hit these streams. I streamed when my wife was in the labor with the kids. My parents both died. I never missed a stream. My mother died in Thanksgiving while she was speaking to me. Like, if that doesn't get you to not stream, and I don't know how, I cried on live stream to my community. I let it out. I said, I'm hurting. And they were there for me. Like, they built me up, and it's more than trading to me. It's my life, man,
but this kind of like attitude and behavior to life is probably the most contagious thing like in the world. Like you really need to meet this guy in person. Let me tell you, you're a lucky community, and I'm amazing to have you sat here with you, my friend. Let me ask you the very, very last question. Something I'm always super interested in finding out. What what was the riskiest trade you've taken in the last 3 months where you either won a lot or you lost a lot?
It was honestly the one I just took. I mean, we were in a bear flag, right? It looked like there was a 70% chance of a breakdown. I knew I was getting on a flight, and I wasn't sure about the internet. Like, that's kind of sketchy. I went in for it. I think it must have been, I was at 44x leverage with $7,000. So that was a $280,000 or $300,000 trade, right?
Jesus.
So, like, it moves like $10. It was like a $300 up or down. I threw that trade in, got on the plane. And I didn't even get to sell it till I got to the hotel. And I had a limit order at 113.3. It went to 17.7. Had I had a chance, I would have been able to probably make 12 or 15 grand. I could have been buried and liquidated on that move, you know. I trusted in my trader instinct that they were going to go up to liquidity. I have had some bigger trades, but that one was like not being able to be on the trade and knowing I had one of my biggest positions going on.
Yeah.
And it's funny, there's days where I just know God's got me. I can't explain it. Like, I'm just coasting through the air on that plane, and I said if I don't stress it, I'm going to win.
Like, were you thinking about it on the flight?
No, not really.
Not at all.
It's funny, I never really truly mentioned it until the stewardess came up. She started talking to me. She saw me with the trades, and I immediately start teaching anyone that comes near me. I start teaching her the 200 and the 21.
That's amazing.
I go, look at this, see how this, next thing the next stewardess comes. They're both in my cubicle, like right on me, like they get my cards, they want to know how to trade, they're excited. You know, and I told her, I said, I'm pretty sure I'm up $7,000 right now. I wasn't sure, but I knew, I was like, I'm up $7,000 right now. I made what I paid for the flight. The flight was an expensive flight one way. And I said, I just paid for the flight with this trade. Like, I said, these things can happen. Like, you can make more money than you've ever thought possible. Like, we all think this minimum wage, 100 grand a year, 50 grand a year, and it's like, we get into that pocket, 5 years go by, 10 years go by, and that's who we become, right? Someone who could we're all unlimited. Anyone here could be making even 20 grand a day. You could come up with some crazy process, and you have no idea how you can impact the world and impact your life if you just push yourself to believe that things that you believe now, like you're basically keeping yourself inside of a hole right now. Believe that anything is possible with the brain, and you can achieve anything, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that trade was very stressful, but because I couldn't have access to the trade. Yeah, like I couldn't manage the trade. So that added stress to it. So like, yeah, you're gonna travel the world, you're gonna go places, your trades are gonna be there, and that's another thing. Can you trade through lifestyle? Some people are good traders for 3 weeks, and then their girlfriend breaks up with them, and they blow an account. Like, they let something else get into their trading world because their emotions, their vibration gets, low frequency. Raise the vibration, constantly work on your frequency, you'll be fine,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sam, you're an inspiration, you're an incredible teacher, a mentor, and anybody should be following this guy on YouTube and joining his community. It's insane. Sam, thank you so much, my friend.
And thank you so much for what you guys do for my community too. Like coming in, being a part of the Discord. You guys handle all sorts of, customer service questions, things that people need. You service my community with gold gloves, man, and I want to say thank you very much.
We will try and improve as much as we can for you, man. Honestly, we're on a growth, and hopefully we can grow together and just keep this ball rolling, Yeah,
we got something in the works, man. This next year is going to be big for us both.
Amazing. Thank you, bro. Cheers. Thank you, guys.